I just came back from a 10-day trip to Naxos, Greece. I kind of thought I'll make a video because when I was doing all my research and searching, it's very overwhelming and a lot of the places kind of say the same things, but I really found on this trip that it was really the hidden gems and the more secret spots that made an impression. In this video, I'm gonna run through, what we rented, where we went, what we ate, some hidden beaches that were not even on the map, and also include a day vlog of when we were in Naxos, show you the vibe, how it kind of looks. Hopefully this convinces you to go to Naxos, that it is worth the money or the trip. Let's get into it, I guess. I have my phone, I did some notes on where and what to go. If you are really new to Naxos, Naxos is the largest islands in that area, and it also has the largest mountaintop. If you're going to travel in a more touristy way where you actually want to see some things, I would really say Naxos is one of the better choices. From what I hear from Paros and the other islands in that area, Santorini, it's higher prices, less to see, also beautiful, but I think this one really lets you explore. That's why I chose Naxos in the first place. Let's kick it off with beaches. So I think we went to a beach nearly every day, so it's not that you will run out of beaches. And when I was doing all my research, the beaches that I got recommended were Plaka, Miglo, Agio. Those were like the main. Down the south, there's like a main strip of beaches, and those are what Naxos is famous for. On day one, me and my boyfriend Ricky, we went and checked out Agios, and all honesty, like, it is pretty, don't get me wrong, the water's beautiful, the sand is beautiful, but the vibe is you have loads of lounges, most of the beach is taken up by the sunbed clubs or whatever you want to call them, and you kind of have to pay to have a drink or a sunbed, and there's of course areas where you can put your umbrella, but I don't really like that vibe because there's a lot of chaos, people getting drinks there, someone running over there. It's really more of a private beach girl. So from that day, we started looking to a little bit more closed off beaches. My first recommendation, and we found it really by just scouting out the coastline on Google Maps, and that is Mikra Bay. On the map, it's here. It was a 30-minute drive from Naxos town. Honestly, it was beautiful. There was a little boat in the water. I think there was a total of 10 people. Luckily, there were some sunbeds lying around. I think there is a resort or some kind of accommodation in that area that they use those sunbeds. So when we were there, all of these were not being used, not locked or anything, so we just grabbed a pair and used the sunbeds as well, and the water was so clear that I could see my toes. It was gorgeous. Definitely recommend this location. The second beach that we were that was not as private, Hawaii. For what it is still quite known and quite public. It is so beautiful because it gives you such a different scenery than just a plain long white sand beach. It's has these cliffs, then you walk down and the water is very blue and there's people all across here. And because it's kind of closed in, I don't think the waves are as crazy there. Really recommend Hawaii Beach. Not far from Hawaii, there's a little sand dune that you can walk through, and it goes to a little other beach that's also the same vibe as Hawaii. Kind of check out a few areas there. Last one, I don't even know what it's called. I took a note of something that is in that area on Paralia Emilia, and that was on the east side of Naxos, and we did a road trip tour that side, and then we went down to Paranomos, I want to say. It's the one with these palm trees. It's also very beautiful, but it's quite crowded, so then we went back and drove a little bit and found this small beach. It was just, there is nobody there. Water is clearer than drinking water. Oh, so gorgeous. A slight warning is that I felt that Naxos, or maybe it's Greece, so I'm not sure, but didn't have the craziest snorkeling scene. So a lot of it was the same scenery. It was a lot of stones. So if you're really going there to see coral and stuff, I didn't see much of it, and I'm a huge diver. I think for that you'll probably have to go and find like a proper scuba diving school, which we didn't do. So yeah, that's on the beaches, and of course we did do the regular visits. We went to the south beaches. I recommend still doing it if you have the time, but if you have only 3, 4, 5 days, I would definitely recommend check out those hidden spots that I mentioned. Vehicles / driving around is the next topic. For what we did, we had 10 days and we decided to rent something for 5 days because we didn't want to spend too much money on a vehicle. We also split it up into 2, so I'm lucky that my boyfriend has a motorcycle license, so we were able to get a scooter. That's one thing to note. To get a scooter, you still have to have a motorcycle license, and maybe that's obvious, but I wasn't so sure. For an ATV, which we got on the 4 wheels, a quad, you don't need a scooter license. You can just drive it with your normal car license. That was really cool that I got to drive also a little bit in the ATV. What we did was we got the scooter for 3 days, the ATV for 2, and that added up to a total of 350. And we rented our vehicles from Naxos, and we went around to compare prices in the city, and honestly we didn't find anything cheaper. So Naxos I would recommend. For the actual drives, we did one longer trip on the ATV, and I will talk about that one, and I think it's something that I can really recommend. We drove up into the mountains as the city of Fooooood. After Fooooood we headed to Aperanthos. We saw a donkey, we saw a horse, and you got to see the little city. We drove through it, we didn't stop because we kind of got the vibe, but if you're really interested in mountain cities, it's really recommended to stop. Recommendation is to eat meat in the mountains, fish by the coast, so I would stick to that. Then we did a pit stop in Mutsana, got some food. I had some fresh fish there. It was amazing, really, really yummy, honestly, really nice. And from Mutsana, we drove all the way down to Panermos. Finally there, we landed on a small private beach, like I mentioned before. Of course, there's loads of different trails you can do. You can also go hiking up into the mountains. You can even take a bus into the mountains. It's not limited to the ATV. I researched a few different routes, and this was the one that I felt that you will see most of Naxos in. One more notable mention with the car or the scooter is to check out Kuros of Apollon. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but it is kind of cool. It's this like 10-meter statue that lays up in a mild mountain overlooking the shore. Final topic before we head into the vlog: food. Food is... Honestly, I think food is just easy. I mean, I understand that everyone wants to go to the best thing, their most recommended. We didn't really have a bad experience with food there. We only went to one burger place that we hated. I really cannot find the name. I tried to go back and check for it, but it's in the old town. It's kind of like an American style diner burger place, but honestly, it was not good. Some worthy mentions: we went to an Italian place. It was called Aperto. Super nice, staff is lovely. I definitely get a reservation because we were not able to get a table on the night, so we had to come back the next day. Then we went to the Flamingo. We didn't have food there, but we had some drinks, and then we watched the show. They threw plays, they danced. It has really, really good Greek atmosphere. I would definitely recommend to go there for the kind of Greek vibe. And for a traditional place, and it's also quite viral, it's called Ducato. It was good. I had a really nice time. I enjoyed all the food. Really nice for Greek level food. And last but not least, I think it's a good mention is that we kept getting takeaway gyros and souvlaki from this place called Cozy. It's sweet, it's cute. We also sat there on the first day by the water. Amazing price for value kind of thing. Like you can get one skewer for $2.60 or something. My main advice with food, because generally everything was really good, if something seems like it's recommended on TikTok or it's a hyping spot that you do want to try, you should book in advance because you will be waiting for a little bit. But if it's just a regular place, then I think you'll be able to get seating without having a reservation. Let's move into the vlog part of the video, and I hope you get inspiration or a good vibe of what it is to be in Naxos.